You come here for the light, not just any light but a glow that seems to promise something more, a sense of hope, a feeling that anything is possible at the edge of the continent. It's a specific kind of light, bouncing off the Pacific, painting everything in gold and blue. The sky stretches endlessly and the sand glows as if it's been dusted with dreams. The ocean's shimmer is hypnotic, inviting you to lose yourself in its vastness. This is Santa Monica, the end of Route 66, where America meets the ocean. It's a place where journeys finish and new ones begin, a symbolic finish line for those chasing the American dream. For decades it's been a promise: sun-drenched days, easygoing happiness, a postcard-perfect life. The beach is a living canvas of laughter, relaxation, and the simple joys that seem to last forever. You see it in movies, hear it in songs, a myth sold one snapshot at a time. Santa Monica is a backdrop for stories, a symbol of escape and reinvention, immortalized in pop culture and memory. The air is different here: salt, sunscreen, and the sweet smell of funnel cake from the pier. The breeze carries laughter and music, blending with the distant call of seagulls and the rhythmic crash of waves. On the 3rd Street Promenade you feel a current of energy and possibility. Street performers, artists, and dreamers fill the air with creativity, and every corner feels alive with anticipation. People from everywhere come, searching for fame, a fresh start, or just a taste of California sun. Some arrive with big dreams, others with quiet hopes, but all are drawn by the promise of something brighter. Down on the beach, it's the scene you imagine: volleyball nets, surfers, families, lifeguard towers. The rhythm of the waves sets the pace for a life that feels both timeless and fleeting. It's a tableau of idyllic coastal life, the Santa Monica of collective imagination. Here, every sunset feels like a celebration, and every day is a chance to start over. It feels real, it feels permanent. The laughter, the warmth, the sense of belonging. These moments seem to stretch on, as if the magic could last forever. But places, like people, have more than one story to tell. As the sun dips below the horizon, shadows lengthen, and the city reveals its other side. The postcard version is rarely the whole truth. Behind every perfect picture there are stories left untold, struggles, dreams deferred, and realities that don't fit in a frame. Behind the sun-kissed skin there are always scars, histories and struggles that don't fit on a postcard. The city's beauty is layered with memories, both joyful and bittersweet. Santa Monica is no different. Its streets hold both glamour and grit, stories of triumph and hardship woven together in the fabric of daily life. The brightest lights cast the longest shadows, and here, the shadows are deep. In Santa Monica, the dream and the reality exist side by side, each making the other more vivid, more real. At first it's just a feeling, a subtle sense that something is off. A quiet dissonance between the dream you've been sold and the reality unfolding before your eyes. The postcard-perfect image of Santa Monica begins to blur at the edges, and you start to notice the first cracks in the picture frame. Just a block from the bustling pier, the scenery shifts dramatically. The crowds thin, the energy changes, and the glossy veneer of the tourist zone gives way to something more raw and unfiltered. The laughter and music from the boardwalk fade into the background, replaced by the steady hum of city life. Here, life feels less like a vacation, and more like a daily struggle, as if the city is holding its breath between moments of joy and hardship. Tents begin to appear in parks, under overpasses, and on sidewalks just steps away from luxury hotels and trendy cafes. They're not part of any festival or event. They're a sign of something deeper. These aren't campers seeking adventure, these are makeshift homes, fragile shelters pieced together from tarps and blankets, offering a thin barrier against the world outside. The contrast is impossible to ignore. On one side, million-dollar condos with ocean views. On the other, tattered tents and people just trying to survive. The divide is stark, a daily reminder of the city's growing inequality. Homelessness is no longer hidden in the shadows. It's urgent, visible, and woven into the fabric of daily life here. You see it in the faces of people on park benches, in the lines at shelters, in the eyes of those who pass by. The reasons are complex and layered: economic hardship, skyrocketing rents, a lack of affordable housing, mental health struggles, and a system that seems to be failing those who need it most. Santa Monica is fighting to maintain its image, pouring resources into cleanups and outreach, while grappling with a crisis that has no easy answers. The tension between hope and reality is palpable. The sun still shines, the Ferris wheel still turns, and the ocean breeze still carries laughter, but now you can't unsee the cracks that run through the city's surface. The paradise feels more fragile, more complicated, and undeniably more human. The beauty is still there, but it's layered with stories of struggle and resilience. The postcard is peeling at the edges, revealing the real Santa Monica beneath the glossy surface, a city both beautiful and broken, hopeful and hurting, all at once. They have names, they have stories, they're not statistics, they're people. There's the man on the bench in Palisades Park, once a contractor, now left with nothing. The young woman with a backpack of paperbacks evicted after losing her job. These are Santa Monica's unseen residents. Their lives are a daily negotiation for survival, where to sleep, eat, find a restroom. They navigate a city built for someone else, ghosts in their own town. The emotional toll is immense. Loss of dignity, hope, and a constant sense of being judged or ignored. Yet there's resilience, a quiet strength in the face of exhaustion. They don't want pity, just recognition as human beings. Their stories remind us how thin the line is between stability and the street. They are the human cost of a fast-moving society. Their presence asks, what is our responsibility to the most vulnerable? The ocean gives and the ocean takes. Santa Monica's identity is tied to the Pacific, but the ocean brings challenges. After storms, plastic and pollution wash ashore. Warning signs caution swimmers. Urban runoff carries toxins straight into the bay, threatening marine life and beachgoers. Climate change and rising seas threaten the coastline, eroding beaches and endangering homes. The city is fighting back. Seawalls, sustainability, beach cleanups, but it's a race against time. Santa Monica's environmental struggle is part of its complex identity. The weight of the waves is a reminder, paradise is fragile, and its preservation is a collective responsibility. There's a cost to living in a place everyone wants to be. In Santa Monica, that cost is sky high. Home prices and rents are out of reach for most. The people who keep the city running often can't afford to live here, commuting long hours from distant neighborhoods. This economic pressure hollows out the city, pushing out small businesses and longtime residents. The quirky, independent spirit is replaced by a corporate gloss. The community becomes less diverse, more exclusive. Longtime residents feel like strangers in their own home, nostalgic for a more connected past. The price of paradise isn't just financial, it's cultural and social, paid by those being squeezed out. The dream the city sells comes at a real cost. You have to listen. Really listen. The stories are not always loud, but they are always there, waiting to be heard. The story of Santa Monica lives in its people. Each person carries a piece of the city's history, woven into their daily lives. Maria, a hotel housekeeper, commutes 2 hours each way. Her journey is long, but it's a path she knows well, a routine that shapes her days. She sees the ocean every day, but only through a window. The waves are a distant backdrop to her work, a reminder of the world outside. Her kids know Santa Monica as her workplace, not their home. To them, it's a place of stories and dreams, told through their mother's eyes. David, a young musician from Ohio, works at a coffee shop. He serves coffee by day, but his heart beats to the rhythm of music. His dream is always just out of reach, yet every note he plays brings him a step closer to the life he envisions. It's like being at a party you weren't invited to, he says. The city is vibrant, yet sometimes isolating, a paradox he navigates daily. Eleanor, a retired teacher, remembers when Santa Monica was a neighborhood, not a destination. Her memories are filled with faces and places that have changed over time. You knew everyone. Now I don't know my neighbors. The streets are familiar, but the faces are new. But community is still here. You just have to work for it. It's a tapestry of connections, woven with effort and care. These voices reveal a city of struggle and resilience, disappointment and deep love. They tell of dreams deferred and hopes renewed. They are the human heart of Santa Monica, beating with hard work and quiet dignity. Their efforts are the pulse of the city. Their stories are the city's true stories. Each face tells a tale of perseverance and passion. The dream persists, even as its edges fray. The city evolves, yet the essence remains. The city's soul is found in these everyday lives, in the small moments, the laughter, the struggles, and the triumphs. Listen, and you'll hear the real Santa Monica. It's a symphony of voices, each adding to the harmony of the city. The postcard is incomplete without them. Their voices matter. They are the essence of Santa Monica, the heart and soul of its story. The The Santa Monica Pier is an institution, alive with carnival sounds, sunsets, and memories. It's endured for over a century, a constant on a changing coast. But even here, the city's struggles show. The bright colors are faded. The mix of people is a source of both strength and tension. More security, more rules, a sense of unease hangs in the air. Family-run shops worry about the future. Will the pier keep its soul, or be sanitized beyond recognition? Yet the pier endures. As the sun sets, the sky explodes in color, the Ferris wheel glows, and for a moment, tensions melt away. People pause, united by beauty. In that moment, the promise of Santa Monica returns. The pier brings people together, offering wonder and connection. The colors may be fading, but the magic remains. The pier's story is the city's story, resilient, imperfect, and enduring. Beneath the crisis, there's a powerful countercurrent community. Volunteers run food banks, pack groceries, and offer support at community centers. These aren't grand gestures, but small, consistent acts of compassion. Neighborhood associations debate and search for solutions, showing up even when it's hard. Beach cleanups and environmental groups protect the bay, teaching stewardship. Artists tell the stories of the unseen, challenging perceptions and building empathy. This is the heartbeat of Santa Monica, not in luxury boutiques, but in ordinary people working together. The city is more than its buildings and beaches. It's its people. As long as people fight for its soul and care for the vulnerable, there's hope. This is the story that matters most. Community is messy, but it's alive. The city's future depends on this spirit. Hope lives in these everyday acts. So, what is Santa Monica? Not Paradise Lost, not a broken dream, something more real and interesting. It's a city wrestling with inequality, homelessness, and environmental challenges, a microcosm of America. The truth lives in the tension between beauty and struggle. The sun will set over the Pacific, but the real question is, what happens at dawn? Will the city bridge its divides or deepen them? Will it serve the few or rediscover community for the many? Hope is stubborn. It lives in volunteers, activists, and those who believe things can be better. Santa Monica's story isn't over. It's a hopeful dawn, not a sunset. The future depends on seeing both beauty and flaws, and acting with empathy. Change begins with understanding, not grand gestures. If this story made you think, that's a start. That's how change begins. The postcard is still being written, and that's something worth holding on to.